Good morning, Twin Flames, and welcome to God Conscious Twin Flame 1111. My name is Pamela, and I want to welcome you this Friday, May 4th, to your reading, which is a true Twin Flame reading. I prayed over, shuffled, and laid out your spread. I asked the angels what you would like for us to know coming into this weekend, and they laid out for us a beautiful, positive spread with some advice included. I'm just really excited over this journey because at this point, it's nice to not be on the roller coaster ride, and it's nice to be able to be of sound mind and body as it relates to this union, and really having surrendered to the divine all the anxieties and fears. The thoughts still come, but they don't have the same power that they once had. They're really much more fleeting. They don't take root and then cause me to become depressed or upset. So I want to encourage those that might be watching this, that might be early on their journey. This reading, I'm being told, is for those that have been on it for a while, that they no longer have to focus on whether or not union is going to happen, because it is. They have validated that with this spread. First card up for you is the Ten of Cups, which is emotional fulfillment, happy family celebration. We've really done some amazing work out there to get to this place, and you're to enjoy this weekend and really just have fun. Stay on the high vibrations, because I'm seeing here that there is a Seven of Swords, which indicates theft, which indicates things not going as planned. So if you had plans to see your divine masculine this weekend, in the King of Swords, and then you have the Empress on top, if you were planning on doing something within this weekend and he doesn't follow through, or she doesn't follow through, they're recommending go and do whatever it was anyway, and really just enjoy yourself. Don't take it personally. The King of Swords can be cutting, and he could still be clearing some of the karma of and the lower vibrations, as he is in many cases just awakening and still getting rid of some of those old belief patterns, those fear patterns. So don't allow yourself to be robbed of joy because he behaves in a way that feels uncomfortable or feels dishonest. They're encouraging that you have the World in the outcome card. So just take it with like it was any other friend that was not able to make it. Just continue on with your plans. Don't let it. Since it's a warning, just be mindful of the rest of your surroundings. There may be other things going on that you have not been paying attention to. So just kind of do a mental check on what's happening in your surroundings. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Three of Wands, so that your creative endeavors, your business endeavors, anything with a fresh start is taking off. And for many of you, if you've been in contact with your twin flame, it's at the beginning phases. So that's what tells me that he may not keep the plans this weekend, or he may not call, because he's going in and out of the cave within, and that he still has things to work out within to get to that high vibration of union. And it's really difficult for the masculine to surrender, as we know from all of the previous spreads, from being on the journey, from experiential knowledge, more as well as having validation in maybe going to readings or in your spirit. Keep your focus on your spirit, because in your spirit you are capable of the world, and you just keep doing you, and the outcome is going to be ultimately the union. You have, for some of you, pregnancy, fertility. In the Empress card, that's the unexpected. So some of you might become pregnant. Some of you may be thinking this may have this come as a surprise. Maybe you weren't planning on it, and maybe you are planning on it, and it will be successful. Just so elegant how she's just kind of the master of her domain in this picture. And that's what you are, the master of your domain. And the same with the World card. Just elegantly perched on a pedestal. It's reminding me of instant manifestation. So what you think about will manifest. So if you're thinking that he's not going to show up out of fears and doubts, that could happen. But this seems to be more of an external situation. So be mindful of what's going on around you. Don't get so caught up in this that you're not paying attention to everything else going on. That maybe on your new endeavor, maybe you have a partner. Underneath that, again, we have the Seven of Wands, so you might be having to defend yourself in a work situation. The work situation appears to be good, but this is kind of going into your work, home, love life. And the King of Swords, they appear to be cutting. The King of Swords I equate with the masculine in the divine partnership. And they can be cutting, and they can be fierce, because they can cut and run, and that energy is showing up still for them. You just be as gentle as a dove, be as elegant as an empress. Your fertility, your aura is just really so profound. So if you're not in fact in union, keep that high vibration. Do your meditations on the union. Not just that anything that does not belong there anymore should be removed. Not a whole lot to say with a spread like this going into your weekend. You really look like you can have a great time this weekend. I'm very happy to see that this progression for many of you has been I know it's been a very long and hard journey. This is a beautiful progression from what we saw earlier in the week. So May is really looking to be a great month. I did do the May reading. Also, that was kind of short. I didn't want to belabor, the angels didn't let me belabor anything, because it was pretty clear. They're telling us that we are destined for the happy emotional fulfillment that we seek by way of a partnership, by way of the divine partnership. That partnership and unconditional love is the answer to all of our questions. That we are to remain of high vibration in order for that to manifest. The world is our oyster, and at our command, our angels will conspire to work in our favor. So that kind of mastery of the Empress is where many of you are at. And if you are early on this journey, that kind of mastery is where you're headed. And the King of Swords energy, just kind of fluff it off like water off a duck's back. Because in his power, that's one of the things that we like. is that he is so powerful, that he is so controlling, that he is so, in some instances, but what we don't like at the same token is that he has the power to cut himself off and just be fierce with his words. There's still that energy around him. So what else do you want us to see about the King of Swords for this weekend? I just want to see, if anybody who has any questions about the Swords energy that's showing up, any other advice that you can provide for us over the Swords energy. So this is really for the weekend, for today, going into the weekend, today, May 4th. Anything else that you would like us to know over this weekend as it relates to this energy that is showing up in the reading for today? Yeah, the death. So it's the death of that energy. It's the death of that energy. I don't do reversal, so the energy is dying out. It is going to be reborn. That old way is going to be released. Thank you, angels. So just be patient with it. What you resist persists. So if you're going back into the energy of wounded, that will persist. I know it's disappointing, but you can fill that with God, the angels, positive affirmations, a book, Return to Love, Marianne, Wiliamson, Return to Love. I think I mentioned that before. Very helpful on really understanding how the ego operates. The Course in Miracles really helped me understand me. And if you're presenting this energy to get even, maybe there's a little bit of vindictiveness going on. Let this weekend be the death of those thoughts, behaviors, because a rebirth is happening. Anything else you want us to know about this? Yeah, don't. Advice. Be nonchalant about this. This shows discontentment, but it's also, the idea of nonchalance. Just be like, yeah, okay, whatever. It's advice. 4 of Cups. Just be nonchalant about that energy. Don't take it personally. Don't feed it. All right, good, because I had something else planned. Maybe you did have something else planned and you blew that off for the King, for the Divine Masculine. Angels, what else do you want me to tell them? What else do they need to know? How about the 7 of Swords, please? That's in the home position. The home is where the heart is. So just 4 of Cups. Yeah, nonchalance. They said. Anything else you want us to know? Knight of Pentacles. Yeah. Do some work over the weekend. Maybe there is some work you needed to do. Over the it tells me that could be the work situation. Maybe you do have some work to do over the weekend and choose to work over the King for now. So it is a positive card over that. So keep your focus on your work. That's what that's saying. Keep your focus on your work. Be nonchalant about how this King is going through his metamorphosis, the butterfly, the caterpillar into the butterfly phase, a death and a rebirth of those old behavior patterns. This is a wonderfully positive card. I asked for information on this, so keep an eye on your work. Maybe there's an opportunity showing up and you don't want to miss it. Maybe because you made an appointment with him or a date with him. The world is there. So this is a warning. You can ward against whatever that is. Drinking ginger tea this morning. Today's meditation music is Miracle Tone, 852 Hertz. Awaken crystal clear intuition now. Solfeggio music by Zen Life. So I have it on a lower What else do you need us to know going into the weekend? Can we have, okay, so whatever your question is, this is what they're saying, whatever your question is, I'm going to lay out 3 cards and ask the angels what it is that you need to know for the weekend. I thought they wanted me to do Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but they want you to pick a card, first, second, or third card for the weekend. And here we go. So, this is the first card, the second card, and the third card for your weekend. Okay, so just pray over and ask the angels what they need you to know with whatever question that you have. And I'm going to turn them over. So 1, what do you desire? You now have the opportunity to write the script according to your heart's true desires. Once you clearly decide upon your true desires, then they'll rush into your life as if by magic. What do you desire? They want you to be in contemplation over what you desire. If you desire only love, then we have to overcome any ideas that are lacking love, any blocks that you still have potentially to love. You want to get those cleared. You want to journal about whatever your fears are, is what they're saying. Innocence. Beloved one, everyone is guiltless in truth, as no one can alter God's handiwork of perfection. Give us your feelings of heaviness so we can lighten your load. Give us any guilt, anger, or blame that may shroud your loving outlook. Enjoy the peace within your heart once more. So that was part of the advice. Be nonchalant over the metamorphosis that he's going through. View him as innocent. He didn't have the luxury of the last few years because he's been fighting off so many other things in many cases, or she's been fighting off, maybe divorce, maybe, you know, that whole process. It's a grief process, and there's 7 phases of grief that we must go through. So just give the courtesy of that space, see it as innocent, and but since you asked a question over what's going on, what you desire is number 1, the innocence is number 2, and then daydream. Just daydream. You will more easily hear and receive our messages if you daydream regularly. Relax and open your mind to receiving without directing your thoughts. Just notice any feelings, visions, or ideas as if you were watching a movie. This is the seat of creativity. Okay, so your questions are answered. Your spread for the weekend is clear. I will be back tomorrow, and for today the angels gave you your marching orders, and me gave us our marching orders. Sending blessings of love and light. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for all my new viewers. If I didn't say that earlier, I want to welcome you to this channel. The angels really are just keeping us on the highest vibration possible. They are giving us the advice that they want for us to have for the day, and for that, I am giving you blessings of love.